the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Fourth-year quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the beatdown in Lambeau.
That's not.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the
Beat me, they sure deserve to win.
5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Nice job there forcing that incomplete.
They do got A.J. Dillon.
Battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left.
God almighty, it's starting off pretty good. That poor guy's getting drilled back there. Who the heck is that guy anyway?
This one away.
This isn't your year.
At the 27. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But what
Safety blitz.
We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week.
We'll combat him with this.
Throwing on first down is Murray.
There we go.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Nice.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this
Quick gain of 17. I believe he's up to like 113 catches right now.
Plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, sir, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Murray now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And that's why. He just dominates the slot. I wouldn't, if they're going to leave it that open, I mean, he could have 15 catches.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels
First down. Murray going to fire one out wide. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just
All right, that's already 3 for 43 yards.
This time coming off back priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one base
Wide open. What'd I tell you? The beatdown has started.
Cardinals. Rondale Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many, they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit.
Not today, though.
Things and maybe run a little bit more later in the
You got the Murray and Simmons law firm out there on the outside. Seriously?
This defense is a
Come on,
difficult
man.
one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the
Again,
running for
the
just a
Murray
couple of
and
yards.
Simmons
Second down.
law firm.
But they always talk about
Come on,
playing
man.
great gaps.
If they try running to the outside, it's just not going to
Second
work.
and 8.
Inside might be a different story.
As he'll look to throw. He finds
There we
his
go.
man.
Outside again, nothing.
Phillips.
There's part of the law firm on the play.
Looming, a pickup of
Simmons.
2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
As As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the
yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on third down.
Wide open. Come on, guys. You got to cover better than that.
Touchdown Brown. And the Packers are an extra point.
His team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress.
And scramble, a first down, a 16-yard gain.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Cardinals at 12 and finishes at 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Best there, and nice pressure.
They'll try and run forward with counter. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Wow.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
You shut me down that time, didn't you?
There's tight ends because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Meanwhile, on third down, it's short of the end zone. It's incomplete.
And get prepared for the rest of the game.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge. It's towards the bottom of the NFC, but when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first and 10 is counter. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Over the middle, complete. It's Connor. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31.
Well, we'll take the field goal here. Might as well take the points.
And that'll bring up fourth down.
A short game
for it. On now, Tucker McCann. This one from 48 yards away. McCann's kick up and good. And that will knot us up at 10. So he split. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Nice. INT. We're going the other way.
And the Cardinals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that's been from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
Here's Murray from midfield, forced out to his left. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will go out right near the 35-yard
There's
line.
Watkins. That man has some speed. 98 rating.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guys well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play action. Now it's Murray.
Wide open. Oh, down to the 1.
Close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add.
Our guy, touchdown number 21 rushing.
It's first and goal. Connor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe...
Boy, they continue to come outside with Dillon. That's neither of the outside lanes are open. I don't know what they're doing.
So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the run.
You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Now Dillon on the inside give. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game
set to take over.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. And great momentum to carry into the locker room. And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back.
Start to the drive. To throw, it's Murray.
And this will be swung out here for Connor.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Murray now. Out left to Anderson.
And they'll get him down on the other
completion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll dump this one off to Connor.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now, 1st and 10. Throwing again, Murray. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With a nice play, knocking that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray got his man complete over the middle. That's Connor.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And we're going to get it. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away.
McCann's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first.
Exploit some holes in that opposing secondary. as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will.
Like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Play fake. Murray. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the no panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be...
They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Here's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so.
Backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. He couldn't get away.
I warn you, the beatdown's coming.
A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
I think we've seen this before. Gracious, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
Oh, he makes the catch off the tip by the safety.
A heck of a play.
We'll step aside.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always, it's a good start for him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little...
Deep right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Connor up the middle. And some space here.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 54 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
This offense number 1 in the NFL and picking up.
That means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Right back to Connor here on 1st.
Give the tackle to Terrell Lewis.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready.
He owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Simple there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on it.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a...
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And this is caught. That's Watkins.
He's got the first down and more than that.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they could do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play. They'll run here with Connor. zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
James Conner.
That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the own, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there?
He'll look to throw.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan.
Halfway to 100 now.
Situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball, well, incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's
in.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Dillon now off the option.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's the Packers who have the football but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line.
The first 3 quarters, and this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th, but a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches.
Touchdown, Packers! A great effort there.
Playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4, 2nd down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially this.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Drop for a loss of 7.
Worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
That daddy is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not.
We give you a look at what's going on there. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight. I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray.
And this will be swung out here for Conner.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33.
Going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, again to Conner. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down to the the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They run behind center with Conner. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He'll get that one complete to Conner. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week,
Loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Clock running here under 90 seconds.
wound up incomplete, nearly picked off.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. The ball comes out, and this will go out of bounds, so no recovery, and that is how this one will come to an end.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get